Ahoy there, ye fellow pirates and plunderers. Welcome back to the pirate loot fighting extravaganza. I sense some fine loot in these sands. There it is. Arg. But alas, where be my ship? Looks like ye old pirate captain has been plundered. Yet again. It's gonna be one long swim back. So hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Adventures. As you saw only a few moments ago, we have just acquired some pretty cool items, one of which is part of a really, I guess, complicated tech tree of tasks. You see, the Black Eye is part of the End Remastered mod, and in that mod, there are, I think, 12 eyes? Yeah, 12 eyes. And instead of opening an end portal the normal way, we have to use this. And the idea behind this is that you basically need to explore the entire overworld. So obviously it's not going to be like last series of Modded where I got there pretty quick. I can't just pillar up anymore. No, I have to complete 11 more challenges. Embarking on that journey will no doubt lead me to discover the secrets of this world's past, present, and future. But speaking of past, did you know that this world is almost a year old? Well, it is. It's about 11 months. So I thought today would be the perfect chance to take a little bit of a world tour. I think I'll go in approximate chronological order. Of course, I've worked on stuff for multiple episodes, so we'll have to skip through that. But I think this is a pretty decent way to organize stuff. Otherwise, we're just gonna go house to house, trick-or-treating, basically. Anyway, the series started just around here. I think, yeah, right up here is where spawn is. Maybe in the pig. But yeah, this pig pen was the first build I think I made. And my first storage system is just down the hill, next to the water. Right here. It's all empty now, but I've kept the chests because, they're good to have around. This is also where I've been keeping these llamas for several months. Even though I do now have automated crop farms, I do still have a few down by the lake. In the second episode, I started work on the farmhouse, and for a good, 11 months, I didn't really work on it, or, the interior at all. But last episode, I said I'd work on it between episodes, and I did. There's no interior, really, but there is walls. Look, I can't be asked to do everything. But we do have this room. I'm thinking some sort of a living room type thing, maybe some couches. I'll get it, maybe I'll get it done before the next episode. And over here, I'm thinking some sort of bedroom, but this is where I'm sleeping as of now. Also, from the beginning, these furnaces have just been my go-to furnaces whenever I need something to smell. I think I made this roof before I found a mesa biome, so all this clay for the roof had to be cooked up. And you guessed it, the same furnaces as before. This is also where I put most of my storage for a considerable time, but now the storage has moved to better places. Taking a walk upstairs, we can see the first, I'd say not fully fleshed out room, but pretty good. The enchanting room, which I think I made in episode 3. I recently added these bookshelves and of course also the walls. I really like the ceiling design. I might continue it throughout the entire house. And this table is where I do all of my enchanting. So they're really expensive to make and I'm low on diamonds. Coming over here, we have this room, which again is empty, but it has a cool look out onto other parts of the world. You can look at the pig farm so well from here. And then, the greatest room of them all. That's right, it's the kiln room. Yeah, there's not much in here. Hey, it has a little bit of interior, okay? Don't judge me. And also in episode 3, I made this thing for the Nether portal. This place also holds absolutely no secrets at all. The following episode was where I really started, solidifying the idea of the farm village. Also, side note, I still have no name for this village. I've been thinking about this for months, and I still have no idea. So if you have any suggestions, leave them below. I might choose it. But yeah, we have this overgrown alley, which basically just conceals this powered rail. But where does that powered rail come from? Well, it comes from in here. Well, actually, under here. This is like my little blacksmithery place. You know, I can deploy stuff. I still haven't fixed that. I can press stuff. I can mill stuff up. I can even anvil things. I can also trade with villagers. But yeah, basically, my original idea was to just put a bunch of villagers into the village using this rail and then just like have them roam free. And then they kept on getting inside of my house, and that was really annoying. If I remember correctly, there's still a villager somewhere. I forget where exactly. I thought I put the villager that had escaped down here somewhere, but I can't find him. I looked. If I ever find him, I'll show him though. Most of the interiors you'll see today were done last episode, but some of them, like this one, have barely been changed ever since I made them. It doesn't have quite the amount of ground clutter I wish it did, but on the whole, it looks good. And this is my auto crafter for making things such as like grinding wheels. Um, you can also make extendo grips and stuff, potato cannons even maybe. I don't know. And this is my grinding wheel for grinding ores and also flowers for dyes. Because even though it's modded Minecraft, I still struggle to get dyes. I can never find flower forests. After I finished those two buildings, I made the windmill. There's actually a funny story behind the windmill. I was going away for like nearly a week and was gonna miss an upload. The problem is, I had 2 days left to finish an episode and start an episode. So one night I just like not even eyeballed, I just guessed in my head what a windmill looks like and built this. Now I'm no windmill expert, but this isn't the best windmill. Like, where's the mill? How am I supposed to mill under these circumstances? There's a library up here, but no mill. Oh, but surely the third floor's gotta have it. Nope, the third floor has nothing. It's not the best build I've ever made, but the roof looks good. I really like the roof. The rest, I might remodel it one day. Who knows? Also, up until a few episodes ago, I always had to keep the windmill off because it would cause too much lag. But now that I got a new computer, it's working great. I can leave this thing on 24/7. After that, I made the restaurant. Something I don't think I mentioned last episode is that I changed up the awning here to have a little more texture, because before it was just flat blue bricks, but now it's shingles too. And this, of course, is the restaurant. It's the spot of the world famous cooking show, Cooking with Jack. It's got some nice little seating with some cherry. Oh, I broke it. Oh no. With a nice cherry saplings. And, of course, the hostess seat. I think that's what it's called. It's at the back. I don't know why it's at the back, but it is. It would make more sense to go up there. But you come here, they're like, oh, yes, we'll seat you. They're like, oh, our next available opening's at 7:30 on November 16th, 2023. What can you do about it? While we're here, I think I'm gonna leave off a birthday cake for the world, even though it's not the birthday. I still like it. Maybe next year we'll put one on there at the correct time. Who knows? But here's the kitchen, and it's nothing special. It's just a few little stove, a cooking pot, a frying pan, so you can whack people with, I guess, and a little bit of food storage. But then we have the most exciting part of the. But then we have the most exciting part of the entire world. This wall. You might think, oh, this is just a normal wall. Wrong. It's a door to a storage system. I did have plans to expand this more, but then I realized, wait a second, this is I think right above here is literally the road, so I'm gonna have to go way down to get out of the way of stuff. But yeah, this is my little hideaway storage. Grass keeps trying to enter. It only like fully entered once. I've stopped it and it hasn't come in since, and it's amazing. It preserves the coarse dirt and regular dirt look of the whole place. But yeah, my storage system was getting out of hand with it just being a couple random chests and barrels. So I thought, okay, it's time. It's time for a storage system. And I built one. And surprisingly, I've been sticking to it pretty well. Continuing on with that theme of out with the old and in with the new, we have our auto farmers. They're a pretty simple create mechanism. They just go around in circles constantly, and they give carrots, potatoes, wheat, and onions. Not a whole lot to say about this place other than the design, but it doesn't look that bad, so it's fine. Part of the theming for this village is that up here the houses are pretty similar, but as you get over here, and even with that house, even though it is up here, you kind of start to leave the aspect of the create highly functional upper bits down to the more relaxed and the more enjoy. I don't know if enjoyable is the right word. Chillaxed. Yeah, that's the word. The more chillaxed part of the village. This whole area has a big clash of styles. Like this type of building, which is all sandstone, directly contrasts this like restaurant feel. Both of which directly contrast the cozy vibe of the apiary. I've gone on about this in previous episodes, so if you want the full discussion, it's out there. But this is the Turtlemancy building. It has a domed roof because I feel like that was the best way to include an open roof. Because I'm pretty sure turtle eggs need sunlight to, or I guess moonlight, in order to hatch. If not, then I made a pretty cool building for no reason, but I'm glad I did. Of course, that's where I keep all my turtles. I have a little trap door to go down there and feed them when the time comes. But I also have a new and updated place for my turtle me cauldron. That's what it's called. And I was kind of stumped on what to put for the altar, but I think these like spikes coming out of the ground are pretty cool. And now it's like looking like a proper sacrificial altar to the turtles. And then over here in this little corner, we have the Turtle Namicon. Basically just gives all the information about turtles and the Turtlemancy mod. It's amazing. Would have been so clueless without it. And then that brings us to the apiary. Well, not the biggest structure in this world. I think it's a really good structure for its size. It doesn't have much of an interior, but the interior that it does have is looking decent. On the top floor, it's looking decent. On the bottom floor, I have no idea. But we do have bees in here. Or we did have bees. I don't know where they went. Um, Maybe they're just sleeping in their nest. Definitely. I definitely didn't lose a bunch of bees. See, there's bees. The second I left, they came out. Okay, there we go. The bees. And then over across the pond, we have the industrial area. Over here at the industrial area, we have an iron farm. Now you may be wondering, why is there a bunch of noise all of a sudden? Well, that is because I have a bunch of water wheels down here. And today is the day that I turn them all off because I don't need them anymore. I haven't needed them for many months. And they're so loud and they mean I can't record over here. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Silence. Always want to do an intro over here, but it's always too noisy. So I can never do that. This thing is not even hooked up to power anymore, because I just haven't gotten around to that. But yeah, this is an iron farm. Oh, we can actually take a look inside. I don't break anything. It's a bit cramped, but this stuff does just make iron, and it's pretty cool. I designed it myself. I probably could have found a better design online, but I decided I want to do it myself, And so I did. As far as I can remember, pretty much all my designs on here are my own, which means they're not the most efficient, but they do work a bit, sometimes, kind of. Iron is a building block of the crate mod. You need it in order to make andesite alloy. But another thing you need in order to make andesite alloy is andesite. That's exactly what this building does. Okay, let's take a peek. I don't want to break that because I think those are all framed blocks and I have to redo them. But yeah, this is the machine that makes me andesite. I really like the design. I wish my normal base was laid out like this. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun. But unfortunately, it's just a farm. You also have the world's best cocoa bean farm. That's right. You get like 24 beans an hour on this thing. It's insane. Those of you who know Crate Mod may be wondering, but where do you get all that power to make all that andesite? Well, it's simple. Down here, in the lava basin, this is a 21 by 21 by 23 about hole that is basically just full of lava. This makes it so that there's over 10,000 blocks of lava in here, and the Crate mod just classes it as an infinite source. Yeah, this whole system gets moving, and it just like mega runs the entire andesite thing. As far as I can remember, that's all that I have in my overworld, but there's still a little more in the nether. And here we are, the nether. It may not look like much from in here, but on the outside, it's a pretty cool dome type thing. I don't know, it looks nice. And I don't believe I showed this in last week's episode, or last time's episode. I have a turtle farm in there now. Pretty cool, huh? It's the magmatic turtles, and it was super easy to get a bunch of eggs because if you look behind me, you'll see hundreds and hundreds, maybe just regular hundred, of magmatic turtles. There's so many. I don't know how that happened, but there's a lot of them. And now, I'm no longer wearing chain. I'm not clinking wherever I go. I'm turtle shell funking all over the place though. So I think that's this entire series all summed up. And don't you worry, the series is not going anywhere. Just thought, after 15 episodes, might be a good time to like have a little recap of everything. Because who wants to watch 14 episodes of this series? Hopefully you. You should go do that. But if you don't, you basically got all caught up. And one last thing before I go, this is the world map. Now, a lot of it did get reset when I switched computers, but everything that I've built is on this little island-ish thing. There's a few points where it isn't an island. I think that's right here, barely, and right there, barely, and also, oh, that's really zoomed in, and also right there, barely. But I'm still counting it as a little island. And yeah, this is all my stuff. This is the industrial area down there. This is the town that has no name. And this is a witch hut. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little recap to the series. And if you do, I hope you join me next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.